when your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet. Will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name, when my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways, and maybe it's all part of a plan. Well, I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. So baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Or maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are. Well, I know there's a reason, and I know there's a rhyme together, and that's why we can roll with the punches.
So let's take a moment to walk down the journey that has led us to today. Your story goes back to July of 2012, when the two of you met in Malta at the embassy's 4th of July celebration. Eric, you were stationed at the embassy and serving in the Marine Corps. And on that day, you were in charge of the color guard. And as fate would have it, that day you would briefly meet the beautiful woman that stands before you today. A week or so later, your paths crossed yet again at another celebration. And that night, Eric, you were invited to go to the movies the following day with Jessica and a group of her friends. Yes, the movie was a Batman movie, The Dark Knight Rises, which happens to be one of your favorites. So Eric, on that day, Jessica stood out to you as the two of you chatted. You discovered that you had many common interests, and there was a good chemistry in the conversation. And boldly, a few weeks later, you asked Jessica out. This time, it was a bit more intimate and was only the two of you. You walked along the shore, talking, and as you dangled your feet in the water of a pool, you shared life stories with one another. That night, love began to take root, and your relationship was launched. However, at that point, you had the understanding that since Eric was heading home to the States in a few short months, despite the connection, you regretfully had to keep things fairly casual, yet fate had a different plan for both of your lives. After returning home to the States, the two of you talked every day, and you maintained a long-distance relationship. And the following July, Jessica, you came out here to the States to visit on a trip. And Eric, on that trip, you expressed your deepest feelings for her and said those three magical words of "I love you." And having a bump or two along the way, Jessica, you would return home, and a few months later, Eric, you made plans to make a trip to Malta to raise the bar on your relationship and move towards making it a permanent commitment. After putting things into proper order, Eric, you asked permission from her father for her hand in marriage, and you received that permission. And this takes us to December of 2013. While on yet another visit to California, you set a plan in motion to ask the most important question of all. And I love this story. And I watched all the video clips and everything. I had some fun writing it. So having picked her up from the airport, you brought Jessica back to your condo, where you had candles lining the carpet and a bed of rose petals, which led to a big box. Following the petals, to the surprise, Jessica, you opened the box, only to discover another smaller box inside, and then another, and then another, as though living out the scene from your favorite movie, Serendipity. The final box was empty. Pulling the ring out of his pocket and quoting a line from the movie, Eric said, "You gotta say yes first." Jessica, you were so excited you couldn't even respond, and Eric had to ask for clarification. And after pulling yourself together, you finally responded with a joyful yes. And that story leads us here today, with the authority granted to me by the state of California, in the company of your family and closest friends. It is with honor and great joy that I now pronounce you husband and wife. And Eric, you may kiss your bride.
Heart beats fast, colors and promise. the dance floor, we were going to let them head right into their first dance as husband and wife.
Eric, I would like to relate to you a short story. This story starts way back 35 years ago, when I met Jessica's mom. Following a few years, God willing, we had a beautiful daughter called Jessica, and I became a father. I was the first person to hold her in my arms. I was there when she made her first footsteps. I was there on her first day at school. I remember Jessica said, crying, didn't want to go into the school van. Do you remember that? We got her bicycle out in the road to try to to calm her down. I remember it was a blue uniform, it was nice. Eric, with God's help, I was there to bring this child up to be what she is today. I pray to God to give Jessica the qualities that her mom had, and He did. Jessica thrived to be a lovely daughter, and she did. Her family came first and foremost. One of my darkest days was when I had to give the sad news of Jessica's mom passing away. But with God's help again, Jessica moved on, supporting her brother Rudy on the path ahead. Today is Jessica's mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Grace. And that is why she wanted the 20th of July to be her wedding day. I prayed to God to make Jessica happy, and He did when she met you, Eric. So Eric, me and God have worked hard to make Jessica what she is today. Eric, don't screw it up.
And next up, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our maid of honor, Heather. You can cheer for her, she's the maid of honor.
Hi everyone, I'm going to have to read my few words because I'm very nervous today, so bear with me. First of all, Eric. See what I mean? So Eric and Jessica, just thank you for letting me be part of this great day with you here today. So thank you for that. Jessica, you are such a thoughtful, caring, loving and genuine person. And this is why it is so easy to like and love you. Jessica's a person to always put others first, always ready to help people and welcome people with open arms. This, ladies and gentlemen, extends to friends, families and strangers. She could know you for a minute, a day, a year or a lifetime. This doesn't affect her special way of open arm care, and this is what makes Jessica, Jessica. It's what we all love and cherish about you, and this is what makes you shine bright in our lives. I feel lucky to have had the chance to know you. I feel proud to be one of your greatest friends, and I'm blessed to be standing here today. Jessica, I love you, and all the experiences we've had together, from our nights out, our coffee dates, our vacation, our Skype calls, and endless texts, and even just sitting there in silence together. And I look forward to all that is yet to come. Turning to the groom, I met Eric a couple of years back when he was stationed in Malta. I always saw Eric as a man of very few words back then. Short and to the point. And that was as far as it got. However, I must admit I saw a very different side to him when I came to visit with Jess 2 years ago. Until such time, I saw myself as just being Jess's friend in Eric's eyes. However, something happened during that vacation that I think changed both Eric's perception of me and vice versa. It was then, and events following that I knew they were made for each other, and that he loves her unconditionally, and that they were right equation for a life of love together. I see Eric care for Jess and always considering her feelings and ensuring that she is well taken care of, considering she's far away from friends and family. And I believe that this, coupled with Jessica as she is a solid foundation for all the years to come. So with all this in mind, let's raise a glass for the groom with a bride so fair and a bride with a groom so rare.
And next up, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the sister of the groom, Maria.
Hello, everyone. Wow, I'm gonna make this one short. Here. I'd like to just start by saying, Jess, you look very beautiful today, and of course, Eric, you look handsome. Teams up very well. I'm glad that we're all here today to witness and share this beautiful day where Eric and Jess become one. And I'd like to say that Grandma is also here in our hearts, and Jess, remember as well. For those who don't know me, I am Ligia. Maria Ligia, but I'm known as Ligia, Eric's little sister. But growing up, we would always say that Eric was the favorite out of us four, because he was always well behaved and didn't get into trouble. And, you know, he never gave our parents any problems, so we would call him, or as we still do, the golden child. But now we tell him that he has to live up to his title and be the golden husband, which I know he will. And now when I think of you two married as a marriage together, I think of a house filled with pasta wars and whose pastries are better than whose. But we all know the old saying, a happy wife is a happy life. So I'm sorry, Eric. Jess wins on this one. Jess, you didn't even have to try. Sorry, Jeff Pepin. So Eric has always been, I mean, he comes off as a little serious and very straightforward. But Eric has a big, great heart. He's very kind. He's very generous. And when I see Eric with Jessica, I see the love he has for her. He's very romantic at times. But when he is, he's very, very romantic. So I'd like to just have you guys all join me and raise your glasses and cheers for the new husband, Eric, and the beautiful wife, and a new sister, and say congratulations, and I hope that you guys have a long life filled with love and prosperity.
Cheers.
Another day without your smile. Another day just passes by. But now I know how much it means for you to stay right here with me. Time we spent apart made our love grow stronger, but it hurts so bad I can't take it any longer. I wanna go over you.
What's up?